I understand you're tired and you're lonely, and I can see all the pain in your eyes. Just understand I'm walking beside you, and I will not leave even after I die. I understand you're tired and you're lonely, and I can see all the pain in your eyes. Just understand I'm walking beside you, and I will not leave even after you die, even after we die.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the CAR-NIVORES YouTube channel. We're starting to get back in our groove. We had to take a big break this year. Had a lot of changes happen. You'll start seeing more updates on that kind of stuff as it comes along. I'm trying some new camera footage, so I hope that's coming out good, or some camera settings. So I hope that's coming out good, or at least looks better or different or whatever. But this video, what the fuck happened to the vet and the channel, I guess. So let's talk about it. All right, first things first, to kind of give you a timeline of everything that's been going on. Number one, my twin brother moved. So Justin moved all the way to Asheville on the opposite side of the state. So that kind of created some not like logistical issues, you know what I'm saying, with the channel and everything. So we kind of got to a point where things were kind of on autopilot, where we were just kind of getting with the footage that we had out. That's why things kind of slowed down for us at first. Then what happened was the DOD system on the G8 broke. So once that happened, I had to go back to daily driving the vet, which is cool. Like, I've dailied this thing before, you know, that shit ain't gonna stop me, bro. I'll drive it, right? But as I started to daily drive it, I started to notice some issues with the transmission. Basically, what happened was it started to kind of get harder and harder to get in and out of first gear, right? And then also second gear started to get kind of difficult to get in and out of. So that was like, okay, this is weird, but the Camaro used to kind of do that sometimes, and it would like kind of come and go away. So I was like, it's just old GM shit, right? Well, I decided that, okay, well, it's been a while since I had the fluids changed. So the last time I was daily driving was the last time I had the fluids changed, which was the first year that I got it. So I was like, all right, I've put on a good amount of miles. You know, we're almost at 250 now. Might as well go get it changed. Well, went to Triangle Mechanic, my good friends Mason and Wolf, and we lifted the car up, and we noticed, oh, look at the baby frog. Hello. I can't see it. I don't think I have a picture of it. What we noticed was where the transmission and the diff connect. If you don't know this, the Corvettes, the C5 and up, had the transmission in the rear, right? Transaxle, I don't know, fuck it. Transmission's in the rear. So the transmission and the diff are mounted together. Well, where the transmission and the diff are mounted, I had a very, very small leak. But I don't know how long I had that leak. I never noticed it. It was just kind of seeping out and in that area on the back of the trans in the diff, it just looked wet, right? So I never noticed that, and that's my fault. I should have been paying better attention. So when we went to go change the fluid, we found out that it was about a liter of fluid short. The fluid that was in there was pretty burnt, so that wasn't a good sign. Kind of put on a time limit of how long this was going to last. Started to kind of get in survival mode because my daily driver basically has a transmission that's bound to grenade itself, right? So my goal was to get a daily driver because I knew this was going to cost at least $3 grand to fix, and I needed this to last until I could get something else. So what I did is I got my tax money and I went and bought this Ranger for 2,900 bucks, right? A little more expensive than I wanted to spend, but the used little truck market is fucking nuts right now. So, or at least it was then. So that had to happen. Fucking, I'm telling you, it was almost like the next week after I got the Ranger and had the new fluid in this and was driving it, and it started to like grind some gears, but it was drivable, you know what I mean? Like as long as I took it easy. Well, my fucking dumbass was leaving a car meet out in Garner and got challenged on the highway. So I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. So I started running this car. I think it was a BMW M3, and I took off on his ass, and you know, it's going about 120 in third, and then I went to go smash it in the fourth, and that motherfucker just I mean, the noise it made just almost gave me a heart attack. Short story, I basically just coasted all the way down from 120, 30 to like 40 miles an hour on the highway. It allowed me to get it back in the sixth gear, and I just kind of cruised. So yeah, that was a scary moment. But luckily enough, the tank was almost empty, so that was good. I was still able to put it in gear and coast it home. So now it's sitting here. I'm filming this in the end of October. So that was March, I think, when that happened. So this has been sitting here for a while. And as you can see, a lot happened at the same time. So that's why we just kind of had to take a break from editing. I had to go on the grind. I sold all of my spare wheels. I had the C4 ZR1 wheels. I'll try to put a picture here. Sold those. I sold the Lexus that was back here. I was supposed to give that away. If you don't know anything about that, the LS400, I'll post the video that kind of gives an update of that here. The white 240 SX that was here is gone. I sold that as well because I needed to get, I ended up selling it for $3,250. That basically got most of my money back for that. I sold the Camaro. The Camaro I was supposed to sell a long time ago, but it took some time for me to get the motivation to do so. Ended up selling that for $1,000. And then the BMW that was sitting here for a year, I ended up selling that for $800 because I told the guys in the group, in the Facebook group, if you're not in it, join it. I said, hey, this thing only needs something simple, a fuel pump or something. If I touch it, if I fix it, it's gonna be more expensive. If you want it as is, come get it. And a friend of ours got it for $800. So the LS400 went to a friend of the channel. The BMW went to a friend of the channel. The 240 went to not a friend of the channel, but somebody local or in the state. And yeah, and then I bought this. So I sold everything. Like I was grinding on Facebook Marketplace for a while. And yeah, and that got the G8 fixed and got me a truck. So I almost got the trans fixed. That didn't happen because Dogecoin. Anyway, but yes, so that's where we are now. I miss her. I miss her so much. I still start it every now and then. Not gonna worry about it right now because there's barely any gas in it, so it might not start anyway. What's next? I don't fucking know, to be honest. I would like to be driving it. If it wasn't for all this, me needing that and me having to fix that, I probably would have started building this. I probably would have yanked the motor out, maybe bought a second motor. Shit, the amount of money that I've spent, I could have got an LS3. As for the transmission, I have not decided. I would like to get a TR6060 set up. Just go ahead and do it now. It's something that I've been wanting to do. I don't want to put 1 billion horsepower in here, so TR6060 set up and just call it a day. It's reliable as fuck. You know, that's what everyone does anyway. But I can't deny that just building and fixing the current trans is probably just as good as getting a TR6060. I have to figure out what my next step is, but I also have to get the money for it. So no point in making these plans if I don't know how much I'm going to spend it. The issue is right now I got that fixed so that I was always on the road, and I have these 2 vehicles now, so I can attend my car meets, I can, you know, do car stuff, content, whatever. I'm feeling like I should just go ahead and get the G8 right the way that I want it. I mean, it has some things that it needs, like shocks and suspension and stuff. I want to get it right before I start spending big dollars on this. The other thing is, I own a house, and this house is old. It's an 85. It needs work. I mean, it's obvious it needs some work. It has needed some work recently. I refinanced, so a little bit more pocket change. I have to be smart about what I'm doing. Got a new roommate, my friend, she moved in. It's good. So money should be coming soon for this, but I think I'm gonna stack it first before I start throwing bit by bit at this, because I think this needs to be a tear it all apart, put it all back together project. So hopefully I'll find someone that can help me do that, because it probably won't happen here in the swamp house. But I still need to be saving money to get this garage here, planning that out, fixing the house, the roof. I think the roof's fine. This deck, the floors, you know, things need work. So yeah, I'm trying, folks. I'm trying. I want to keep pushing out content. Well, I'm going to be pushing out more content here soon. I'm going to be doing my best. The channel is now monetized, if you haven't noticed. So that's a good step. The LLC has started. I have created the LLC for CAR-NIVORES. We're going to have some merch coming. Everything is happening, okay? So that being said, I miss the Corvette. I know you guys do too. Some big things are actually still coming. We've still actually been doing a lot behind the scenes. Justin is actually waiting for a really big announcement, so I hope we get that soon. And also, I have hopefully you'll be seeing something soon for me as well with the CAR-NIVORES channel. So yeah, I think that's everything. I know it was kind of long-winded, but it needed to be said. I know we've been dead for a while, and yeah, so we're getting back into it, man. You're probably you're gonna be seeing my face a lot more, and you're gonna be seeing a lot more variety of cars. It's not gonna be more about just me. My stuff needs money, and I don't really have a lot of that. So when that comes, you'll see our cars. I'm still gonna be modding. I miss modding the cars in the dirt. I actually do miss this shit. And lizard. Hey, buddy. Anyway, I do miss modding the cars in the dirt. I miss making videos. I miss it. If you haven't noticed, I've been pumping them out recently. So there's a lot of old content we gotta get out there, okay? So, I love you all. Thanks for sticking with us. Like and subscribe if you never have. A lot of stuff coming. Join us on this journey of being broke boys and still running a YouTube channel and being car guys and homeowners. You know, it's not easy, and a lot of people don't talk about this stuff on their YouTube channels, and we like to be as real as possible, because a lot of channels get very unrealistic and it's hard to watch, because it's like, oh, I just have so much money, oh, I can just do whatever the fuck I want. No, that's not us, man. We're gonna be as real as possible for as long as possible. All right, so thank you for watching. Join us on Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. Yeah, stay tuned. Y'all have a good one.